they kind of got whacked by the Magic. And Anthony Davis, their leader, their all-star, their best player by far, he went 1 for 9, and he had 3 points. It was sad. Anthony Davis after the game, he was sad. Let's listen.
I'm ready to play. Obviously we missed a lot of shots, a lot of easy shots, layups and stuff that we normally make early in the game, but they came up more desperate. They played like they were fighting for something.
This is a little weird in New Orleans. Anthony Davis is on the team. The league is forcing the Pelicans to play him, threatening to charge them $100,000 for every game he doesn't play. But then you get stuff like this. Anthony Davis saying, we sucked, and scoring 3 points. How should they handle the rest of this regular season?
But also, that's kind of an oxymoron because Anthony Davis is so very talented. The Cavs are doing the exact same thing right now with J.R. Smith. They're not getting fined. We're not talking about it.
That's a good point.
So what ended up happening is, since he's so talented, I guess that probably sways the betting on the NBA. I bet it also now puts it to where if you looked at that highlight, empty seats everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Empty seats everywhere. So you think playing him, even though he said he doesn't want to be there, would kind of be a Band-Aid for that. But what ends up happening is when you say, we sucked, everybody else is like,
you sucked.
You sucked.
You sucked. You got to look in the mirror first, Anthony Davis. You were 1 for 9.
And also, there is no we when you say you want to bounce because you already told us we wasn't good enough. Remember? You already let us know we weren't good enough to get you a championship. We can't help you get there. That's why you want to leave. That's why I said you have to find a way to sit him because it doesn't benefit anyone. I was watching that game and I saw him grab his knee and I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You see where this is going. Now, if you're going to question anything about Anthony Davis, it ain't his attitude, it ain't his character, It ain't his game, it ain't his versatility.
Durability.
It's his durability. So now, if he goes and gets hurt, and/or you ready for this? And/or he doesn't play like himself the rest of the year, you don't get the value in return that you thought. How about that?
It's an awkward situation. It doesn't benefit Anthony Davis to play basketball the rest of the season.
Correct.
It doesn't benefit the Pelicans for Anthony Davis to play basketball the rest of the season.
Correct.
And if they're worried about getting fined, they might just play him 8 minutes a game. Like, why don't they just do that?
Because that is
just awkward.
Because in theory, that represents the same thing. You remember the first time he came back, they didn't play him in the fourth quarter.
They shouldn't.
Okay? He had 29 points or whatever, and he didn't play in the fourth quarter. And so, this is an awkward situation. To me, you're going to continue to see his minutes, his opportunities, his usage dwindle after All-Star because you can't be like, oh, he's not healthy, and then he go out and ball in the All-Star game. So now after that, you'll start to see it idle down.
Some tells me he's going to have more than 3 points in the All-Star game.
Yes.
Some tells me LeBron James is going to throw him a couple lobs.
Absolutely.
Just throwing that out there. So we have these historic streaks going on in the NBA. James Harden, 30 games over 30 points. Russell Westbrook, 10 straight games of triple-doubles. All Wilt Chamberlain involved. And, we've got the GOAT, Michael Jordan. He was asked about these streaks, and he gave a very Michael Jordan answer.
I'm very proud about what both guys have done because they're making their mark for the league, and I think it really helps the growth of the league, which is harder from a player standpoint. 6 championships, by all means.
I love Michael Jordan so much. What do you think about Michael Jordan just giving the most Michael Jordan answer to the question?
I like that he's a leader, and like myself, if he wants to rock a style, he doesn't care what anybody think.
The mock turtleneck, though?
The hoop earring.
The mock turtleneck and the hoop earring? I did like the velvet blazer, but the mock turtleneck?
He owns it.
I mean, you've been doing a lot of turtlenecks recently. They're fine. But if you show up with a mock turtleneck, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mock your mock turtleneck. I guarantee you that. So this is from a couple nights ago, but we have to discuss it. It's very important to me. Marc Gasol has helped the Raptors. He's fit in nicely. I mean, he's a great player that shows a lot of different strengths. But when you join a new team, there's certain things that you need to learn just to embed yourself with the franchise. And Marc Gasol still has to learn a lot about Kyle Lowry's intro. Let's just take a look at Kyle Lowry being introduced to the game. So there you got Mark. They're all doing push-ups and calisthenics on the floor, and Lowry gives everybody a pound. Marc Gasol doesn't know what to do. Look at Marc Gasol, just standing there like, what is going on? And then he's just like, hey, give me 5. Here's my thing, Jalen. Shouldn't Marc Gasol just read the room, get in his back, and start doing some sit-ups? Like, I mean, it's not too complicated there. It's not like a dance that you have to learn.
You know how you earn the respect of others, maybe your coworkers, your teammates, your family and friends?
My coworkers, teammates, and family and friends do not respect me.
You sit back and observe first.
Oh, okay.
And allow them to do what they've been doing. Don't interrupt. Don't interject. And then when you figure out what they do, you find out how you can supplement it and do what you do.
I would just start doing some push-ups. That's what I would start doing. It's not that complicated, Marc Gasol. Start doing some calisthenics. We've had a theme day for years on this show, and we are so excited for the debut of all-female voicemails on Woman Crush Wednesday right after this.
Jalen and Jacoby is brought to you by Geico.